Hello and welcome. So today, we're diving into a really cool question. Are the tech products and marketing campaigns that we interact with every single day actually designed for us and our personal tastes? Or are they engineered for something deeper, the fundamental wiring of the human brain itself? We're going to look at how neuroscience is shaping literally everything, from a simple app on your phone to a massive global ad campaign.
So let me ask you this directly. Think about your favorite app, the one you open without even thinking. Was it designed specifically for you, your unique personality? Or was it built to plug directly into the universal operating system that we all share, the human brain? To even begin to answer that, you first have to get your head around this central conflict. We are all walking around with this ancient piece of hardware, our brain, that evolved in a completely different world. And now, we're asking that same ancient hardware to navigate this crazy, hyper-fast, totally unpredictable digital environment.
I mean, just think about the difference in speed here. For thousands and thousands of years, our brains adapted to slow, predictable changes. Seasons came and went. But now, in our digital world, entire platforms, entire ways of thinking get completely overturned every 2 or 3 years. Honestly, the fact that our brains can keep up at all is pretty incredible.
And this brings us to a really fascinating idea. Our relationship with tech isn't a one-way street. It's not just us using the technology is in turn shaping us. Let's unpack that feedback loop.
So this cycle has a name. It's called human-technology coevolution. It works like this. We build tools based on how our brains already work, to make things easier. But then those very tools start creating new habits, new ways of paying attention, literally forging new pathways in our brains. It's this constant, evolving dance.
And this dance goes in two directions. On one hand, you have us shaping the tech. We design it to fit our brain's limitations. That's why simple and predictable is always better. But on the other side, that same technology starts to change us. It creates new attention spans. It rewires our reward circuits, especially the more we use it.
Okay, so how does this actually play out in the stuff we use every day? Let's pull back the curtain and look inside the playbook that product design teams at all the big tech companies are using.
All right, rule number 1, the absolute foundation: the brain avoids effort. This isn't laziness, it's a survival instinct to conserve energy. Our working memory is surprisingly small, so when you see a cluttered screen, your brain goes into overload. So the goal for designers is simple: make it effortless. And Google's homepage? It's the absolute masterclass. One box, one button, 0 distractions. It just works.
Second big idea. Your brain is basically a prediction machine. All day long, it's guessing what's going to happen next. And when an app is consistent and predictable, your brain's guesses are correct. And that feels really good. It feels smooth. It feels trustworthy. Spotify is a perfect example. The play button is always where you expect it to be. The patterns don't change. So your brain doesn't waste any energy trying to figure out the app. It just gets to enjoy the music.
And third, our brains absolutely crave instant feedback. Our dopamine system, the whole reward center of the brain, lights up when we get a small, immediate reward right after we do something. It's like a little chemical message that says, "Hey, that was good, do it again." Duolingo has this down to a science. Every single correct answer gives you that instant flash of celebration. Points, gems, a happy sound. That tiny delay between action and reward is what keeps you coming back for more.
Now, here's where it gets really interesting. The biggest, most powerful driver for our reward system isn't actually getting a reward every time. It's the possibility of a reward. It's the uncertainty, the maybe this time, that causes the biggest dopamine rush. This is the exact mechanism that makes slot machines so addictive. And yes, it's the reason you keep scrolling through your social media feed. You never know what you're going to get next.
Okay, so that's how they build the products. Now let's switch gears and see how these exact same principles get used in marketing, which, you'll see, often targets our brain's most basic systems even more directly. See, modern marketing isn't just about trying to persuade you with words. It's basically a neuroscientific operation. Campaigns are engineered from the ground up to light up specific parts of your brain, the parts that control emotion, reward, memory, even the literal pain of spending money. Every ad, every price tag is designed to trigger a very specific reaction in one of these systems.
Let's look at a classic case that proves this point perfectly. The legendary battle between Coke and Pepsi showed us something truly mind-blowing. A strong brand memory stored in your brain can actually be more powerful than your own sense of taste. So here's what happened. In blind taste tests, where people had no idea which soda they were drinking, the majority of them actually preferred the taste of Pepsi. Based on the pure sensory data from their taste buds, Pepsi was the clear winner.
But then, and this is the amazing part, as soon as the researchers revealed the brands, the preferences completely flipped to Coke. Brain scans during the test showed that just seeing the Coca-Cola logo activated parts of the brain tied to memory, to culture, to identity. So the takeaway is wild. People weren't choosing the taste they preferred. They were choosing the brand with the better story in their head.
Apple are the modern masters of this. They don't sell you on tech specs. They sell you a feeling, an identity. Think about their ads. Think different isn't about processors, it's about who you are. Privacy, that's iPhone, isn't about encryption algorithms, it's about a feeling of safety. They talk directly to our fast, emotional, gut instinct brain, knowing that our slower, logical brain will come up with reasons to justify the purchase later.
Okay, here's another powerful brain shortcut that marketers love: social proof. Our brains are wired to save energy and avoid risk. And one of the best ways to do that is to just ask, well, what is everyone else doing? If a bunch of people have already made a choice and seem to be doing fine, our brain just defaults to thinking that's probably the safe, valuable choice.
And here's how that thought process plays out in a split second. You're scrolling Instagram, you see a post with thousands of likes. Your brain instantly runs this program. Okay, other people liked it. That means it passed a social filter, which means it's probably valuable. And before you even realize it, you're more likely to like it too. It's a cascade.
And finally, let's talk about pricing, because our brains are terrible at calculating value in a vacuum. We need context, we need comparisons. And the decoy effect is a stunning example of how adding one single, seemingly useless option can completely warp our perception of value.
So in this famous experiment, people were given two choices for a magazine subscription. And as you can see, it's pretty straightforward. The vast majority of people, 68%, chose the cheaper, web-only option. Makes sense, right?
But then, the researchers added a third option, a print-only subscription that cost the exact same as the web and print bundle. Now, nobody chose this decoy option, but look what happened to the other choices. Suddenly, the most expensive option shot up from 32% to 84%. That decoy made the premium option look like an unbelievable deal in comparison. It proves we don't calculate price, we feel it, based entirely on the context.
Okay, let's wrap all of this up. We've looked at how products are designed and how they're marketed, and we've seen that both are fundamentally rooted in the way our brains are built.
So, what have we really learned here? We learned that for products, simplicity and predictable patterns are everything. To keep us engaged, it's all about that powerful mix of rewards and uncertainty. When it comes to marketing, brands aren't built on features, they're built on emotion and memory. And finally, our biggest decisions can be shaped in seconds by social cues and clever pricing. The ultimate takeaway is clear. The most successful technology isn't really built for our screens, it's built for our minds. Thanks for tuning in.